Hi, it's me Vladimir Gorcev again. This time I will talk about my model of increasing expiration within a series of trades. I want to remind you that I use a series of up to 6 transactions in trading. If an option closes with a loss, I almost always stick to the series of trades, that is, I purchase the next contract. Why almost always? In this video, I will talk about situations in which I see no reason to press on with a series of trades. In some market circumstances, I simply bring trading to a halt and, after a loss, I do not enter into the next trade with a higher coefficient. We will return to this topic a little later. My trades do not have the same expiration. This is necessary in order to make a profit when the situation on the market is not to my liking. For starters, I will use the situation where there is a price chart with a 1-minute time frame and the European scalping strategy based on price movement is applied. I will cover in just a little while the features of changing expiration of transactions in my other strategies. For the first 3 trades of the series, I do not change the expiration, but try to catch the minimum market correction. The duration of a transaction is equal to the time frame, according to the momentum scalping strategy. This means that only one candle directed against the momentum is enough for us to make a profit. If it comes to the 4th trade, then I'm already starting to increase the expiration. The 4th option of the series has an expiration time of 3 or 5 candlesticks. Why candlesticks and not minutes? If we trade on a chart with a 1-minute time frame, then the expiration of the 4th trade can be equal to 3 or 5 minutes. If we work on a chart with a 3-minute time frame, then the duration of each of the first 3 trades will be 3 minutes. The 4th option will already be bought for 9 or 15 minutes. It's pretty simple. If each candle is formed on the chart in 3 minutes, and we need to set the expiration for the 4th option to 5 candles, we simply multiply 3 by 5, and here we get the duration of the transaction. How to choose the duration of the transaction between the duration of 3 candlesticks and 5? If the last candles on the chart were relatively long and directed towards the momentum, it is better to choose a smaller value. In this case, the duration of the 4th option will be equal to the duration of 3 candles on the chart. If the last candlesticks are small, maybe even almost without bodies, then I choose a larger value equal to the duration of 5 candles on the chart. If the momentum continues to develop and remains fast, then I take a lower value. If the impulse fades, shows signs of reversal for a correction, as you can see on the screen now, then in this case, the larger value of the 2 alternatives is selected. If the 4th trade is closed with a loss, then I buy the 5th option. Its expiration will be in 10 or 15 candlesticks. The principle of choosing an expiration from 2 values is the same as when making the 4th transaction. The 5th option is already designed not to catch a small corrective movement, but to wait for a full market reversal. The 6th, last trade of the series, has the same meaning. For the 6th trade, I use expirations equal in duration to 30 or 60 candles on the price chart. If it comes to such a high level, then measures are introduced for taking a full reversal of the market price. Situations like this are rare, but they do happen. I think that in time I will be able to record such cases on video and post them on my YouTube channel. How often do such series of transactions close with a loss? I don't have any average value for you. Even 7 months could pass between losing streaks, but actually, they can occur more often. It is highly advisable not to trade with all your capital, but to stash away a reserve. If the entire series of 6 trades happens to be unprofitable, you will have a spare amount to carry on with trading. The correct use of strategies over a long distance makes such trading still profitable, despite occasional losses. Disadvantages are overshadowed by the profit. For my other strategies, the ways of changing expiration are slightly different. If we take the new strategy, it is applied only on charts with a 1-minute time frame. According to this strategy, the duration of the transaction is 2 minutes. If we need a series of transactions while working with the news, then the expirations will be like these. The 1st, 2nd, and 3rd trades are 2 minutes each. The 4th trade is 3 or 5 minutes. The 5th trade is 10 or 15 minutes, and the 6th option is purchased for 30 or 60 minutes. For this strategy, expiration does not have to be tied to the number of candlesticks, since trading is carried out only on 1-minute charts. Almost the same situation with an increase in the expiration of trades in a series is in the strategy with the Bollinger Bands indicator. The working schedule in this case is also always 1 minute. According to the rules of the strategy, we can make the first trades for 2 or 3 minutes, depends on your preferences. In both cases, the 4th trade is entered for 5 minutes. The expiration for the 5th option is selected from 10 and 15 minutes. The 6th option is purchased either for 30 or for 60 minutes. In the strategy with Bollinger Bands, there is no choice of expiration for the 4th option. For this trade, I always take a duration of 5 minutes. The last issue I would like to address in this video is market situations where it makes no sense to press on with a series of trades. If the market price of an asset during our transaction manages to correct strongly in the direction we need, and then returns back and closes our option at a loss, then, in my opinion, there is no point in making the next transaction in the series. It is easier to put up with the current loss, place it on record and then keep on trading. Such cases do not happen often, so I will try to show you what it might look like on this example. Here the momentum started at point A and the price quickly moved up. Let's say that at point 1 we already had to enter into a put option for 21 minutes. Why exactly for 21 minutes? I had to take just such a value for an example, otherwise, the example simply did not work. During this time, the price managed to turn downwards, go down to level B and return back to the point of making a transaction. When the option ended at point 2, the market price was higher than the price at which the trade was made, so we get a loss. Even if there is still a 5th or 6th option in our series of trades, there is no point in buying it, since the market has already done what we expected from it during the last trade. It turned down sharply to level B. The fact that the trade eventually closed with a loss is no longer a market problem. After a powerful upward impulse it corrected, which was just what we needed. Unfortunately, for this particular market situation the duration of the transaction turned out to be excessive. Thank you for watching this video to the end. I did my best to explain as clearly as possible my principle of changing expiration within a series of trades. Such a mechanism does not guarantee 100% that the series will be profitable, but it significantly boosts the odds of just such a turn of events. Please do not forget to subscribe to my Telegram channel, the link to it is in the description of this video, and take my free trading course for beginners, if you have not done it yet. You can also find the link to the course in the description of the video. All educational materials are completely free of charge. I wish you successful trades.